What up? So if you guys caught my last video, I mentioned that I'm trying to get rid of 2 out of my 4K cars, one being this blue Suzuki Cappuccino. Mr. Rusty here has helped us out tremendously. It's helped out other Suzuki Cappuccino owners. I wanted to do a lot of things with this car, but it's to the point where I don't really need it. My Cappuccino is still having that idle issue, but I don't think that this one could really help it anymore. I think I've kind of taken everything that I needed from this guy to make this one better. So surprisingly, one day later, this guy right here is about to pick it up and ship it to Miami. But I think right now what's happening is that there's no seat, and I'm not sure if he's okay with that. He's calling his boss, I guess. But yeah, I kept a lot of parts, so if you own a Suzuki Cappuccino, hit me up, because I would like to make the rest of my money back. I still have the headlights, those are $250. I still have this, I still have like the third brake light, I still have the cluster, I have this for NA Miata if anybody wants that. I have some of the speaker panels, a lot of the interior stuff, nothing really too crazy. I got the seat belts, and then I still do have the seats like I mentioned. But once we figure out what's going on with this guy, hopefully he still picks up the car, what we're gonna do is change out the spark plug wires, see if that helps my check engine light or idle or anything like that. We're gonna add the OEM shift knob, and I'm also gonna add this Nardi horn, and I no longer will have this eyesore. Hopefully this fits with no problem. So the guy's over there doing something, I'm not really sure, but in the meantime, I guess I was gonna show the car getting on the trailer and saying goodbye, but I don't know exactly when that's gonna happen. So let's swap out these wires. If you guys remember, I did the plugs not that long ago, and for what I remember, I think Slater told me he swapped these out, so I probably don't even need to do it. But I'm trying to drive the Cappuccino to like New Mexico and back, so it doesn't hurt to spend 50 bucks, get some brand new wires. So I got these straight from Japan. I'm not sure if they're sold in America, but you can see RCSE431914. It sounds like this guy's packing up. Are you not gonna take the car? Is the Cappuccino not sold? Yeah, let me walk over there and see what's going on. At least have the decency to tell me, hey, I'm not picking up the car, but he's clearly packing his stuff up right now. Do you need a seat?
Huh?
You need a seat?
Yeah.
Because I have a seat. Oh, it's too wide?
Yes.
It's too wide?
Yeah, it's straight.
Yeah.
You
want me to try or no?
Yeah, no.
You want me to try?
Yeah.
For drive it here or no?
No.
To see?
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. It's the
Fala com ele.
I don't know if I need a flatbed because I've got cars towed like all around the U.S. And usually it fits, but maybe this exact trailer is too wide. But no one really ever gives me a flatbed. Like the cars. Yeah, maybe this one is just too wide.
The driver don't want to take the risk.
Okay.
Because if you got some damage to your vehicle.
Wow, I wonder what happens now. Do we not sell the Cappuccino? Does the Cappuccino get sold? Find out, I guess, later in this video. I'm gonna text a guy. That's all done. Now let's try to put this annoying thing back in. I really don't want to, but... All right, new plugs. Now let's get this steering wheel off. I guess I got the wrong size hub, because the button fits fine, you know, everything is good. Look, it's not popping out, but it doesn't want to go flush into here. One, it doesn't want to go into this, just first and foremost. This is too small. And then even if I don't put this, which is going to make this super like sloppy and whooshy like this, it doesn't even want to go into there. So I guess this Nardi button was an L. I got to get a smaller size. I'm going to look back and maybe I'll put a picture on the screen right now what size this is. I guess I got to get a smaller one. But to make myself feel better, let me at least swap out my shift knob. So I'm kind of puzzled right now. I don't know where to go from here. Let me know in the comments. My retainer ring is perfect. As you can see, it fits in the wheel. I guess I can get a smaller one. but I don't see how it'll line up perfectly on the steering wheel. And then this, as you guys saw, also fits perfectly. Maybe I just have to jam it in there, and I was being scared. I didn't really want to scratch up the hub. The more I kind of like push down like the little pins right there, I realized that I was scratching the hub, so I thought maybe it just doesn't go. Maybe it fits this whole time. Let me know in the comments. I'm actually pretty curious to see what you guys have to say. But now, let's start it up. First, start saying swapping out the plugs. And now what I'm gonna do is drive the Cappuccino to a post office. Shout out to everybody who's still been ordering things from WayBeforeTheFame, including these hoodies. I gotta ship 2 of these hoodies out. They're the warmest hoodie ever. It's like 30 degrees right now, and I'm currently wearing one. But I wanna drive this to the post office to see if my check engine light comes back on. I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with my spark plugs. As we know, it's clearly an idle issue. But I haven't drove the Cappuccino in a while. Now that I have the Z and the Minica, those are kind of like my dailies I drive every day. So let's drive to the post office, drop off some orders, and hopefully I include the part where the guy actually comes to pick up the Cappuccino. But if not, we can go over the Suzuki Cappuccino book and I can show you everything cool that's in there. So where we last left off on the Cappuccino, I adjusted the idle. You can see it's pretty normal now, about 1,000. But after a couple minutes, my check engine light still turns on. It doesn't surge like it used to before. Now it kind of just hangs out at 1,500. So let's see, after a couple blocks of driving, will it come on? It usually does. By now, I would say in the next 60 seconds. Let me punch it and see if it makes a difference. Usually if I come to a stop now, it'll turn on. Let's see. Live on camera, or am I gonna have to cut and be like, hey, guess who's back? Wow, still not on. Okay. I would like to add, having this shift knob makes such a big difference. I'm not a big ball guy, like to be shifting like this. I kind of like to hold it like this, like a video game almost, and just go 1, 2, 3. For me, it's a lot more comfortable than like this and going. Surprise, surprise, check engine light back on, still idling around 1,400. I'm gonna see if I drive to David. He's the one with the green Cappuccino that took the idle control valve from Mr. Rusty. I'm gonna see if I could drive to him this weekend. If so, I could swap that over and see if that completely fixes everything. If not, then we go back to the drawing board. But for now, let me go to the post office real quick, drop off some orders. So it's the next day and the Cappuccino unfortunately was not picked up. And not only that, it also snowed. So I feel like this is only gonna slow down Central Dispatch and getting this all the way to Miami. The dude already paid for the car. He sent me the money on Zelle, which is a little iffy in my opinion. I always want cash, especially when I don't know anyone. But I guess we'll end the video here. Actually, no, I'll show you some of the Cappuccino book. But this guy's still here. I cleaned this one. I cleaned off this Z. If you're on my Patreon, I announced something that may be happening next week, which is pretty exciting. But let me clean this guy off. Let's go inside. I'm gonna show you some of the Cappuccino book, and then we'll end this video here. So I mentioned this in my last video that for over a year now, whenever I buy a K car, you guys remember I had a Wagoner, I try to also buy the little booklet. So I got a Jimny one here. We're gonna talk about the Cappuccino one. You guys know I got a Minica. Maybe I'll show this one eventually. I had a Honda Life. I have a Honda Z. I have a Bravo book, and I think I have a Honda Beat one too. But for now, look at this. Just read this really quickly. Pause the video. That's pretty elegant for, you know, a 2-seater little Cappuccino. But here's how this looks. Cappuccino in the sunlight. That actually looks like a England plate, not a Japanese one. I wonder if this book is from England. It's in Japanese though, so I don't know. Pretty cool. Definitely have to Google Translate a lot of this stuff. Maybe I'll show exactly what this says since it has like a cool, nice little page there. But I'm assuming this is like some models before they finally concluded with the way it looks now. That's crazy for a K car. Talks about the roofs here. What is this about? Oh, the fact that it goes down. Projectors, little intakes, mirrors, spoilers, stuff like that. Some of the colors it comes in. Interior, got the black seat, 5-speed. I believe the EA21s came automatic and had different interiors. So this one is probably just about the EA11. Does it tell me how to fix my check engine light? Wow, I've never seen that radio. Look, Cappuccino. That's pretty sick. Fit your sunglasses in there. Trunk, luggage, all that. Another look at the Cappuccino's interior. Mechanical spirit. 64 horsepower. All the blood and guts. What we really love about the Cappuccino. That's this page right there. Some more tech. Safety first. Oh wow, some of them had airbags. I never knew that. Seat belts. Not sure what that means. And then I think it ends here, sadly. But alright. Catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next video I have an update on Mr. Rusty. And stay tuned for my next couple videos. There's a couple projects that I've been putting to the side, but now that the weather sucks, I bought this Game Boy Color shell. And then I bought this speedometer. This dude on Instagram and YouTube basically put this inside of here for the screen. And then the Game Boy is the speedometer, which is pretty cool. So we'll probably do that one of these days. And if you guys remember, I bought the Super Famicom in Japan. And a while back, I want to say like maybe a year before even buying that, I bought Cats Run, which if you don't know is basically, from my understanding, the only K-car game. So it's a racing game, super old, but as you can see here, it's only for K-cars. So I figured maybe I'll power this on, we can play it, see how it is. But you can see there's a Jimny, a Honda Today, the Daihatsu TRXX, a AZ1, a Cappuccino, a Beat, a Minica Alto, and then a Minica Topo, then a Wagon R. So maybe we'll play this one of these days. See if we could beat it in one video. But alright, catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.